to what has been a quite stunning Para-Athletics World Championships. Kobe have been quite the hosts. The crowds have flocked in, and the athletes have delivered in spades. World Championship records, world records, personal bests, season bests, absolutely everything you could imagine. This is what we've got look forward to this evening. Starts off with the women's discus throw F38. Mina, the Paralympic champion, up against Simone Kruger, the world champion. Zachary Durham, the Paralympic and world champion in the men's shot put F33. Looking down the women's 200 metres T12, there'll be a new champion on that with no Amara Duran. Brittany Mason, the world champion, up against Liz Belly, Vera Andrade, the Paralympic champion, women's 200 metres T37. Johannes Floors, the Paralympic and world champion in the men's 400 metres T62. And then we look down, men's 800 metres T54. Luke Bailey is back in the Australian after a crash in the semi-final. He'll be competing in that final. Zhu Jia, the world and Paralympic champion in the women's 100 metres T35. Marlene van Ganswinkel, silver in the 100 metres, goes in the 200 T64 category. And we rounded off the men's 200 metres T64. No Sherman Geety, the Paralympic champion. No Maxwell Manu, the world champion. It is going to be a very open race, that one. Discus throw F38, that's where it'll get underway when we start the evening session. Less wind than there was a little bit earlier, but 22 degrees. It is absolutely perfect for athletics at the moment. The wind, it has died down. Now, it may pick up a bit later on, but the sun is setting on what has been quite spectacular. The athletes have delivered as we look ahead to Paris 2024 later in the year, starting in late August. There could not have been a better dress rehearsal than this one here. The youngsters have come in and they have seen something to behold. China sit top of the medal table with 27 golds, Brazil 18. Now what a way it would be this evening if we can round it off with a gold medal for the host nation. They haven't got one yet. They've got 8 silvers and 12 bronze. Can they pick up a gold to send this crowd into raptures on the final evening? Will Downing, hello, as always, and Steph Reed, the former world and European champion, is alongside me. And before I start, I have to say, Paul Fitzgerald, the head of World Para-Athletics, has given us each, as a token of appreciation, an actual medal from these games each. Thank you, Paul. If you're listening at the moment, I'm sure you are. We'll just give you a wave anyway, up to the top there. But it's been our pleasure doing it. We haven't done a thing. The athletes have delivered, as they did, Steph, when you were out on the track. If we take you back, we can go back to 2012, 2017, anytime we want. But the athletes are the ones who make it what it is.
We've seen such an incredible evolution when it comes to parasport, and I've always said it requires 3 different things, and one of them is we need to have media interest. The second thing is that we need to have really, really great funding. We need to have great sponsors. But the third thing you have to have is athletes doing awesome things that are going to bring out these crowds and just to help expand people's imagination of what's possible. And this has happened across the board at these champs. We're going to see it again in Paris, and this sport is just going to keep taking off. And we have had some great crowds watching the live streams. I also know for a fact that Tara Davis-Woodall was watching. She was watching when Michael Brannigan won the gold for the 1500 meters, and I suspect she's also going to be watching, as she may have some interest in the men's T64 400 meters is going to be going on. The point is, the message is getting out. Parasports is awesome, and it's just going to keep getting better.
Absolutely. Well said. And couldn't agree with you any more than what you mentioned there. Is absolutely brilliant. I'll tell you what's been brilliant. It's been the school children who have been in here for the morning sessions especially, and the way that the local prefecture have worked with the championships and how it's been put on has been wonderful to see that cooperation between people. We've seen it's been put back a couple of times. We were due to be here in 2021. Then it was due to be last year. It went to Paris instead, and we're here now And the way the Japanese people have dealt with it, with the disappointment, and the way they put everything in to working towards what has been superb here, has been absolutely splendid to see. I can't fault anything that's been done. It has been wonderful to be a part of. It's a shame it's coming to an end. The party has to end sometime. It's going to end this evening after session 18, but there are going to be 18 gold medals, and I can guarantee you that there'll be more records broken this evening. Of that, I have no doubt whatsoever. Now, we're just waiting here for the opening event of the evening to get underway. It is going to be the women's discus throw F38. That there, of course, though, is not the women's discus throw F38. That there is the men's shot put F33. That's a seeded category 1. And that is Bo Qing of China, who's just warming up at the moment. We'll get the athletes presented to everyone in a moment or two's time. There are 8 going in that one in the women's discus throw F38. There are 9 set to go in that. 4 field events set for the evening session. And this will be the first to get underway, the women's discus throw F38.
And this is going to be a very exciting event. We have 2 world record holders in this event. I'll explain why that is in a moment. We have someone who's going to be hurdling off for a 400-meter final later. A bit of an unusual way to warm up for a 400 with a discus throw. Lots of excitement to come in this one. And this is our starting lineup. 9 women to go in this field. We will be losing 1 after the 3rd round, as only 8 will be able to take those final 3 throws. Simone Kruger is one of the world record holders. You can see there, season's best of 38.05. She holds a world record for the F38. But throwing first in this order will be Li Yingli of China. This is the really exciting part where all those nerves start coming together, because this competition is about to get starting. Li of China will throw first. Now, this is a very versatile athlete. She has won gold in the 200 meters at these World Championships back in 2015 and already picked up gold in the shot put here. Ivana Perkic of Croatia. She finished 8th in this event last year. The 18-year-old from Colombia, Maria Henao Sanchez. This is her World Champs debut, and she's already picked up a top 5 finish in the shot put. Rosa Castro of Mexico. She took the bronze medal on her Paralympic debut in Tokyo. Now, Mina of China, she has 15 World Championship medals in total, 10 of them gold, 6 Paralympic gold. She is running out of storage room. Samantha Schmidt of Australia, 6th in Tokyo, 5th in Paris last year. Kati Hurtado, this is our athlete who's going to be, we're going to see her again in the 400-meter final. Let's hope she saves some energy for that. Simone Kruger. This is our world record holder and our defending champion from last year at just 19 years of age. Zayamara Saldariega Hernandez, also making her World Championship debut. She's already competed in the long jump where she finished 5th. It's already been a fantastic meet for Saldariega. Bit of a fist pump to get started. Well, fist pumps all around. Some wonderful camaraderie in the field events.
Was it ever like this when you were competing? Did this happen beforehand, or were you eyeing people up?
Do you know, it was a bit of both. We saw Fleur Zhang compete earlier, and we would always have a lot of fun. And I will never forget the kindness she showed me going into the Tokyo 2021 final as I was about to be introduced. I probably shouldn't share this, but it's too late now. I'm committed to the story. As I was about to be introduced, she pointed out that my very brightly colored underwear was actually poking out from my uniform, which was very kind.
On that note, we'll go to the athletics, shall we?
So kicking us off is Li from China. As I said, very versatile athlete. She picked up a gold in the 200 meters in 2015. She picked up a gold at the Rio Paralympics as part of the 4x100 meter relay team. And she's already picked up gold in the shot put here. Now, that gold was picked up in the F37 event. She's opened with 34.98, a season's best. So that shot put was for the F34 category. This is an F38. And as an F37, she's eligible to compete in the F38. Generally, we speak about different classifications as being stronger and weaker. That's just a general term because actually in this event, the F37 record held by Mi Na, 38.73, is actually further than the F38 record held by Simone Kruger, 38.10. So sometimes classification is a little more nuanced, but we try and simplify for it. We try and simplify it for you as much as possible. Ivana Perkic of Croatia. Perkic has said her dream is to compete in the Paris 24 Paralympics. And she was an athlete growing up, had a stroke in 2018, and then came back to sport. She actually started with the Javelin before deciding she prefers the Discus.
Well, 27.75 for that one. Just a bit of news that's come out this afternoon while we just got this break here. The men's long jump T36. You may remember earlier that Evgeny Tursunov won it with a new championship record. As we head down to the men's shot put F33, we'll get to this in a minute, but William Stedman, who had finished in 4th, has been promoted up into 2nd position in the silver medal with a new Oceania record. He appealed his last one that was not given. The mark has been reinstated and he has taken the silver medal. I'll give you full results on that in a moment. This is the men's shot put F33 final that's just being introduced to the crowd. It is Bo Qing who was introduced first from China. Alexander Kruppen, the neutral para athlete. Hani Anakli, who was a silver medalist in the Asian Para Games, took bronze back in 2016. And Zachary Durham, who is the defending champion in both the Paralympics and the World Championships. Yanni Juhanic of Latvia, lifetime best 8:02 for him. Li Lu, bronze medalist in the Asian Para Games last year. Kajina, guess what? It's his birthday tomorrow. He's got silver in 2020 at the Paralympics, silver in 2019. Can he finally come up with a gold to celebrate that birthday? And Bo Qing, who is the last to be introduced, he will go first. He's in position and ready to go. Let me just go back to that long jump for a moment. So Evgeny Tursunov, the gold medal with that championship record in his last jump, 5:89. William Stedman promoted up to silver with an Oceania record, his last jump, 5:85. That goes with the 400 metres gold medal he took when he beat James Turner, defending champion in that T36 race. And Pereira da Silva claims the bronze still, but Almeida Ramos is now out of the medal positions and he finishes in 4th place, the Brazilian. So it is Tursunov, the neutral, first with gold, New Zealand's Stedman with a silver, and Rodrigo Pereira da Silva of Brazil, equally season best with the bronze medal. First throw in the women's discus throw, F38.
That is Mi Na of China. She was in action earlier this week. Her teammate Li picked up the shot put gold. Mi Na picking up the bronze. And she has gone out big. 38.12 championship record Now, her world record, bearing in mind it's a world record for an F37, 38.73. So she has opened with a monster throw.
I told you we'd have championship records and world records this evening.
You have been calling it all week.
They're starting to call me Nostradamus.
Samantha Schmidt of Australia. She first picked up a discus at just 5 years old. And she describes herself as a proud Waka Waka and Gooby Gooby Indigenous woman. I hope I've said that correctly.
Yeah, she's from Bundaberg, actually, up in Queensland, in the Sunshine State, as they like to call it. Ralph Newton, her coach, Oceania record holder. Bundaberg is very famous for its sugar and also Bundaberg rum, as Schmidt moves into the bronze medal position, 32.60 for her. Yet the Bundaberg sugar cane, and also Bundaberg rum. It's a sweet rum. It is very nice. Trust me, have a small amount of it. It won't do you any harm.
Caddy Hurtado. Now, we first met her as a sprinter in Tokyo. She was only doing the sprints, 100 and 200. But last year, we got our first glimpse of her as a discus thrower. Now, she finished 6th at those World Championships, and she has qualified for the 400-meter final, which is taking place at 6:23 local time. Now, I have to say, I don't think I have ever in my history of athletics seen somebody warm up for 400 meters with the discus throw, but hey.
This is what we love about para-athletics. This is why it's so different, because there is a eclectic mix of what people do.
Maybe she will start a new trend. We'll see how effective this is.
Absolutely.
But it's great to see athletes branching out. She's come in with a personal best of 37.61, so she is an excellent thrower.
Just a quick one for everyone who's been watching on the YouTube feed, on the Facebook page, through channels in your own country. Thank you very much for watching on, and thank you very much for your comments. We've very much enjoyed doing it. Before I forget to say thank you later on, it has been a wonderful championships, and as we always say, it's the athletes who make it. And they have certainly made it at these ones. It has been nothing short of phenomenal.
And this is our first glimpse at the reigning world champion, Simone Kruger. She holds a world record in the F38 event, 38.10. And she describes her journey in sport as a family affair. And that one's well below the 30-meter mark. She's laughing that one off. Actually said her sister got her into sport, and she started doing the shot put just for fun. Her dad is her coach. She describes him as her role model and her biggest inspiration. Will and Tulson, you both have kids. I'm sure they say the exact same thing about you.
If I could get them interested in sport, that would be very nice. Do you know, the only sport my kids actually watch on TV that makes them stop is athletics and para-athletics, actually.
Well, I must say that my kids all do sport, and to the point where I become a taxi service, my wife and I, and I'm not going to complain about it, because the more they do, the better it is. I'm very happy with it.
So we are coming to the close of that first round. You can see there that Rosa Castro had a foul on her first attempt. Zayamara Zaldariega Hernandez making her world championship debut in the discus. We've already seen her in the long jump, where she set a PB, a lifetime best in the long jump, finishing 5th. What has she got for us here? Now that one is over the 35-meter mark. She came in with a personal best of 34.22, and I reckon she has smashed that on her opening throw. Zaldariega, you can smile. She's open with a new personal best, 36.08, just 19. You've got several more of those lifetime bests to come.
Oh, my dear. Isn't it great to see? It just continues on and on and on, as does the track. We're getting going now. This is the first of 14 finals in the evening.
Women's 200 meters.
And we'll welcome him for the evening, Will Downing.
T11, women's 200 metres final, and we start off with the retained 100 metres champion. She's defending the two here for Brazil, Jerusa Keva. And a guy, Gabriel dos Santos.
In lane 5.
Lane 5 for China. 2 silvers so far here. The former world champion. 5 world crowns already. She's the reigning Paralympic champion in this. Liu Kuxing and a guy, Chen Chengmin for Brazil. The retained 3 in a row world 400 meters champion Talita Simplicio and her guide Felipe Veloso. And in lane 1 for Venezuela, the Paralympic 100 meters champion, Pan Am champ as well, Linda Perez and her guide Alvaro Cassiani. Twin sister Alejandro won 3 silvers in Paris last year. It is a brilliant field.
On the max.
So Perez in 1, Simplicio in 3, Liu in 5, and Gebert in lane 7. T11 complete visual impairment, so the guides are mandatory. So far we've had 10 world records and 48 championship records, and it has been as high a standard of a World Parathletics Championships as we have ever seen. And it's been one of the most fun. So Perez in 1, Simplicio 3, Liu Kuxing 5, Gebert in 7. The final of the women's 200 meters. T11.
6.
Away the first time of asking. It's a brilliant start across the board. Simplicio 3 away well. And Liu Kuxing for China as well in 5. She's eaten up the stagger run. Gebert, the reigning world champion. It's Liu Kuxing, the reigning Paralympic champion, who's won silvers in the 1 and the 4 here. She's out in front for China. Liu Kuxing on the way. Gebert in 2nd place. Simplicio in 3rd. It's looking like Brazil 2-3. Liu Kuxing takes it. 23:47 is fast. That's a world record, I think. Magnificent. She's broken a mark from 5 years ago. What a way to do it. Liu Kuxing. Brazil 2 and 3. Simplicio and Gebert. But 24.36 is the new world record. And the 11th world record of this week. Championship record number 49. Simplicio the silver. Gebert the bronze. Pending that everything went right with the guys, but what a way to start the final session of these World Championships in Kobe. That was absolutely fantastic. All the way, Liu Kuxing to the world record.
I was so excited to watch this race because looking at the season's best and through the heats, I thought we were going to have this blanket finish, but Liu and Chen, her guide, they did all of the damage on the bend. And look at this in terms of guiding. The guide has to let the athlete cross, and you can just see how he makes sure that he slows down. He doesn't want to get this right. And in case you're wondering why all of the guides are men, it is difficult to keep up with these incredibly fast women. Chen is just 20, and he's doing everything he can to keep up with Liu at 32.
24:36, the new world record mark for China for Liu Kuxing, her 6th world championship crown. Paralympic titles in 200 and 400 to defend in Paris later this year. And she is the reigning Asian Games champion as well. Such fluidity in this T11. And what a win. It looked fast, it was fast. The championship record was from Dubai in 2019 of 24:71. The world record 24:39 from a couple of months earlier in Tianjin. What a way to start, and it will continue the same way.
The women's discus is now halfway through the 2nd round. That's where things stand. We saw that lifetime best by Saldarriaga. The 19-year-old, she has rocketed herself into 2nd position, but still very early days. Schmidt of Australia, just 22 years old herself. She finished 6th in Tokyo, 5th at the last World Champs. What will she do here? That one about halfway between the 30 and 35 mark. Very consistent with those first 2 throws. She will stay in 6th position. from Perkic, and we've had a foul from Lee. And we're now on to Hurtado. Just a reminder, this is the athlete who's heading off to the 400-meter final later on. Very versatile, and at the moment, she is sitting in third. The last World Championships, Hurtado finished in sixth, and you can see from her technique, it's still quite raw, I would say. It's an event that is new for her. We know her primarily as a sprinter, but sprinting requires power, sprinting requires strength. It's not that unusual to see throwers who are also excellent sprinters, and sprinters who can make excellent throwers.
Well, she's improved, 35.64, so she's still in third position. Now, just to let you know, as we go a bit higher, Mina, she broke that championship record with her first, and then she broke it again with her second at 38.41. So she's currently over 2 meters in front.
And we've already seen one world record at the track this evening. Is there another coming? Well, because of Omara Durand, it's hard to say. She is not in this women's 200. She basically had a big blank this week. Didn't make the start line for the 400. Hajar Safrazada Gardarajani took the gold instead in that. Iran's first ever female para-athletics world champion. She goes and won in this. Simran and Lorraine Gomez have won continental medals in the past 12 months. Gomez also a world silver.
200 meter,
Simran
final.
Could be a good prospect in this too. Start off with Darlene Estela Cruz of the Dominican Republic, fourth in the 100 meters Paralympic final in Tokyo. De La Cruz partnered by her guide Fari Mejia. Dominican Republic with their first ever Paralympics gold here this week. In lane 5 for Brazil. Silver in the 1 and the 4 at these World Championships. Bronze in the 1 and the 2 in the Pan Ams last year. Lorraine Gomez with her guide Fernando Martins. In lane 3 for India. Silver in the 1 and the 2 in last year's Asian Games. Simran with her guide Abe Singh. And in lane 1 for Iran without a guide. The only one opting without. The new World 400 meters champion and the Asian Games 200 champ, Hajar Safrazada Gardarajani of Iran.
200 meter, T12.
23.02, the world record for Omara Durand. The championship record, 23.03 from Doha 9 years ago. It won't be about records here, surely. T12 guides are optional. Safrazada Gardarajani is again opted without. And she is in 1, Simran in 3, Gomez in 5, De La Cruz in 7. Four quality athletes in this. The final of the women's 200 meters, T12.
Set.
Finally, they're away. They were left waiting a long time. Safrazada Gardarajani on the inside, a solid start. Can she do another piece of history? She's behind a bit, though. Going well is Darlene Estela Cruz, who is absolutely flying at this stage. Coming up well. Coming up is Simran for India. They've only ever won one gold in the track, and that was a few days ago. Simran on the way. She's done it. Gold for India. Silver for the Dominican Republic. Gomez looked to get the bronze, 24.95. It was only a few days ago that India got their first ever track gold in a World Paralympics Championship through DT Javelin in the 400 T20. Simran has got their second, and Darlene Estela Cruz has got the Dominican Republic's second all-time World Paralympics Championships medal only a few days after the first.
What an amazing accomplishment and experience for Simran. So new. And winning one race is one thing, but managing yourself through the rounds is another. There were 3 rounds to get to this final. One of them this morning. You have to learn how to manage your body and peak at the right time. And they were absolutely perfect today.
History all the way. Simran, new lifetime best, 24.95. A second track gold for India this week and all time. and a female champ as well. And Darlene De La Cruz gets her second medal of the week. After gold in the 100, it was De La Cruz's great victory, great success. Magnificent race.
We are back at the women's discus, and we're joining again in the third round. Li Yingli has just thrown 37.67, which means she has knocked Saldariega down into fourth place off the podium, even with that fantastic personal best. This is what we like to see in terms of the positions constantly changing as we run through these rounds. Maria Henao Sanchez of Colombia. Her best so far came in the second round, 31.41. This is her World Championship debut, just 18 years old. She is a 57. She is an F37 competing in the F38. She got 5th position in the shot put earlier this week in the F37 category. She will stay in 8th place, which is significant because after the first 3 rounds, only the top 8 athletes will move on. Perkic. Well, actually, Perkic has already thrown, so unfortunately we will be losing Perkic. And Henao is safe. She will get those final 3 throws, as will everyone else on that list. And that one looks just around that 35-meter mark. Less than a meter off her personal best at 35.85. And she shocked this field back in Tokyo. Bronze on her Paralympic debut. Now, the world champs in Paris were a little tougher. She finished 7th there. But it is all about gaining experience and learning. She's still just 22, just so young. 35.02 is an improvement, but she will stay in 6th position. Now, in that second round, Mi launched the discus just shy of her own world record, which stands at 38.73. It's a slightly unusual case where the F37 record, Mi is an F37, is actually further than the F38 record. So 38.41. Now, we did miss a very big throw in the second round, but we will catch you up on that.
So there's the results of the women's 200 metres T11.
World record, Liu Kuxing, 24.36. Simplicio, the silver, Brazil. Keba, the bronze, Brazil. India with their second track gold of the week, second of all time, both from women. Simran with this, 24.95. De La Cruz, silver to go with the gold from earlier in the 1, and Gomez, the bronze for Brazil. Wish they'd let them do a lap of honour, though.
Well, take a breath and get ready, because here we go again. Men's 200 metres T51. The most impaired of the wheelchair categories. And that man there, Robert Habsch, will be going for a second consecutive world title, having won in Paris last year. A field of 5 going in this one. I can tell you, Navarro Sanchez, it's his birthday today. 53. Happy birthday. There he is. Thank you, Navarro Sanchez. And yesterday, as we head across the field, That man there on the inside from Algeria, Mohamed Berahal. It was his birthday yesterday. 45 for him. Happy birthday. So 2 born in May in this event. 1 up here in the commentary box as well. No Peter Hennen of Belgium or Tony Pispinen, the Paralympic champion.
200-meter T51
They took
final.
the silver and bronze last year, but they're not here this time around.
Lane 8, representing Mexico.
So on his 53rd birthday, the man who took bronze in the 100 metres here, Edgar Navarro-Sanchez, will look to get something out of the 200 metres in the T51. Helder Mestre of Portugal, bronze medalist in Europeans back in Big Gosh in 21. He was 5th here in the 100 metres already. Roger Habsch, gold last year in Paris. Bronze medalist in the Paralympic Games back in Tokyo. Cody Fournier, silver in the 100 metres behind Roger Habsch.
In lane 4, representing Algeria,
Yeah, Mohamed Berahal turned 45 yesterday. He was 4th in the 100 metres, just missing out. He was bronze back in Dubai in 2019. He'll round out the field. So it's Berahal in 4, Fournier in 5, Habsch in 6, Mestre in 7, Navarro-Sanchez in lane 8 on his birthday.
On your marks. Set.
They get away. This one takes a little bit of time to get going. It's a bit of a slow burner because they'll have to start working very hard, and it takes a little bit of time. They're looking good already, Roger Habsch, as he looks to come around into the home straight. Defending champion. There is no Peter Hennen of Belgium, his compatriot. Tony Pispinen not here, and Habsch is eating up the track at the moment. He's a good 10 or 15 metres in front, and he is working very, very hard across on the inside there. It looks like Berahal, who's heading for silver. And Navarro-Sanchez is doing his best for bronze. 36.63 is the time, and that will be a new championship record, breaking Peter Hennen's mark set back in 2019 in Dubai when he won gold there. Wonderful work. 36.64 it is. Outside his own world record, but it is a championship record for Roger Habsch. Berahal does take the 2nd position in the silver, 39.37 for him. And it is the Mexican Navarro-Sanchez celebrating his birthday, 40.23, taking the bronze medal for Mexico.
Now, if you've been with us all week watching the wheelchair racing, the eagle-eyed among you would have spotted a few differences in terms of the gloves of the competitors. This being the T51 category. The way that they interact with their wheels is sometimes a little bit different because their hands are affected. And I have to say as well, you can just see at the moment there, see how difficult it is to steer these chairs, especially if you don't have use of your core muscles. And Berahal of Algeria, I was watching him, he did an excellent job on the home straight. He realized he was veering, had time to quickly steer and still pick out that silver.
Roger Habsch has got that time of 36.64. The wind is very deceptive tonight. It's not too bad up here. Down there, it is strong. Plus 3.5, so no championship record for Habsch. He does take the gold medal, though.
Now we have some big news in the F38. Tulsa, you promised world records, and once again, we have had another one. Now, Kruger took her first throw, and it was very modest by her standards. 27.42, didn't quite get things right, but she wasn't panicked at all because she came back in the 2nd round and delivered a world record, breaking her own world record, and shot out to 38.82. And I started this competition by saying that it was very unusual in that we had an F37 world record bigger than an F38. That is no longer the case. And with Kruger being just 19 years old, I suspect she's going to have plenty more of these moments in her career.
I always worry about the athletes when they go running off like that because they're not paying attention to anything else, and if there's a track race on, I worry that someone's going to come flying around the corner with a wheelchair and knock straight into them. Oh, please, don't happen. So men's shot put F63 is the next up. Just to quickly explain about what I was talking about a minute ago about that Roger Habs championship record. If the wind is more than a positive 2.0, it is not classified as a record. It was plus 3.5, so it doesn't count as a championship record, but he does take that gold.
The men's shot put F63 is just gearing up to go. We just get a shot there of Ala Davies, deep in focus. Looking forward to defending that title. And it's happening about 50 meters from where the women's discus throw is taking place. We have 9 men going in this final, and throwing first will be Dinelson Roberto of Brazil. He already finished 6th in the javelin earlier in the week. For France, we have Bader Touzi. He is a 5-time European bronze medalist. 31-year-old from Sri Lanka, Palitha Halga Halwela. He is an Army corporal, competed in the 100 meters in the Commonwealth Games in 2022. And this is our world record holder and defending champion, Ala Davies, 3-time Paralympic gold medalist from Uzbekistan, Muhammad Riksimov. He was 5th in 2019. Georg Schober of Austria, the only F63 going in this category. I'll explain more about that as we carry on. Faisal Soror. Now, he was 3rd in Tokyo and 3rd in Paris. From Cameroon, William Deshuiso Chapo. 7th at last year's World Championships, and throwing first, Photius Intamaris. He was 8th at last year's World Championships and still very new to this event. And that there will be the man to beat.
He will be indeed, but it's time to go back to the track. After we do that, though, Roger Hapsch, 36.64, Berahal and Navarro Sanchez picking up the silver and the bronze medals in the 200 meters men's T51.
It's the T37 women's 200 meters final, and again a magnificent field in this. Reigning world and Paralympic champion over 400, a former Paralympic champion, the current Southeast Asian Games champ, and the woman who's won 3 gold so far this week. Zhang there has already won 1. Jana Benson, Paralympic champion in 2012. Chimpayan, the Southeast Asian Games champion for Thailand. Cheryl James, Royal Paralympic bronze medalist. Wen has won 3 golds this week. Zhang won. Taylor Swanson has won a silver. Slanova as well. Home straight, virtually full. It is a joy to see. T37, coordination impairment, the second strongest physically. Coordination impairment down one side. 38, the highest, 37 the next. And this is where we are. So Wen Zhaoyan, golds in the 1, the long jump, and last night the universal relay. She won the long jump title last time. She's an 8-time world champion currently. Hat-trick in the Paralympics last time around. Selma van Kerm taking gold in the European Youth Paralympic Games in Finland 2 years ago. Long CVs coming here. How can we possibly compress them? In lane 9, neutral athlete. Silver in the 200 here. Victoria Slanova. In lane 8 for China. Gold in the 400 here this week. The reigning Paralympic 400 champion, the former Asian Games champ twice over for China, Jiang Fenfen. In lane 7 for the United States, silver in the 1 and the 2 in the Pan Ams last year in Santiago, silver in the 100 here. Taylor Swanson. In lane 6 for China. 3 golds so far this week. 8-time world champion, 4-time Paralympic champion, Wen Xiaoyan. In lane 5 for South Africa. Bronze in the 400 at the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. Bronze in the 4 at the Worlds in Dubai 5 years ago, Cheryl James from Pretoria. In lane 4 for Thailand, the Southeast Asian Games 100 and 200 champion, Arawan Chimpayan of Thailand. In lane 3 for Namibia, the 200 metres Paralympic champion at London 2012. 3 World Championship bronzes since then, Johanna Benson. And in lane 2 for Belgium, the European Youth Paralympic Games 800 metres champion, one of 4 medals she claimed in Finland, Selma Vinker. Great field. Wen has the world record of 26.18 set in Hangzhou at those Asian Games last year, where she picked up 4 golds. Karen Palameke, now at T38, has the championship record. So Van Kerman 2, Benson 3, Chimpayan 4, James 5, Wen 6, Swanson 7, Jiang 8, Slanova 9. The final of the women's 200 metres, T37. Wen looking for a 4th gold. And they're away. And Wen is away brilliantly. And Swanson for the United States going well in lane 7. Benson as well. Glory a dozen years ago for Namibia. Wen leading the way. It's Swanson in 2nd place. Wen is well clear now. It's looking like Wen against the clock. It's Wen, Swanson, Jiang. The 1-2-3 right now. 26.18 the world record. Wen is on the way and she smashed it. 25.76, a new world record. Taylor Swanson, another silver for the United States. And Fen Jiang gets the bronze for China. Wen does it again. And Wen's time is now. And so too for Taylor Swanson, who really is only here because she was given a little boost into the Diamond League meeting in Oregon and the Para race there last year. She was good. She's picked up 2 silvers here, 4 in major championships in the space of a year. Wen smashes the world record. Lifetime best Swanson, lifetime best Jiang. Magnificent stuff. Taylor Swanson plucked out of Arizona State University, Seattle Speed Track to run at the Prefontaine meeting last year. A few para-athletes are going there tomorrow in Oregon to race at that. But Wen takes the title, and Wen gets her 4th gold, smashes her world record too.
Wen has just run that incredible run on what can only be described as exhausted legs. She is the complete sprint package. She has been absolutely perfect across her card. The 100, the 200, the 400. She has the technical aspect in terms of the start and the sprint mechanics. She has the power, she has the endurance, the ability and composure to work on as a team on a relay. She is absolutely dominant in the T37 sprints.
So apart from that, she's magnificent. 25.75 her world record.
And back to the discus throw we go. Women's F38. This here, Hanal Sanchez. In a competition that is really ratcheting up some. .31.41 her best. She's in 8th position. We're now into the 5th round of throws. We dropped Perkic off after the first 3 because there were 9 that started. Only 8 go through in the 4th, 5th and 6th attempts. And Kruger's been brought back by the officials because she's going to have another go soon enough, and they'll have to get it back across the track. And the South African enjoying the celebration from what she threw earlier, 38.82 with that world record in the F38 category. Samantha Schmidt of Bundaberg in Queensland. I'm sure they're up watching on. Hello to you Queenslanders, good luck in the State of Origin this year. I think New South Wales can win it. With my fingers crossed. So it's over the 30-metre mark. 35.02 is the mark above her. And that one there, not going to improve on a second one for Schmidt. Just slightly. 32.98, season best for the Aussie. And here's Castro of Mexico. 35.02 with her third attempt. And they are absolutely motoring through this women's discus throw, F38 category, the least of the coordination impairment.
You could just see there how that disc looked as though it almost dropped out of the air. Ideally, you want to have it stay flat across the field, and that one just turns slightly, and that's what happens when you get that release just a little bit wrong.
I'd actually momentarily taken my eyes away. I thought it had hit the bars on the netting on the way out, and that was why it ended up in that position at that particular time. 31.46 for Rosa Castro, so she stays where she is in 6th position. As Kathy Hurtado, I wonder whether she's thinking about the race later on as she's doing this, or whether she's just completely focused on throwing the discus.
I think as an athlete, well, you'll know as well, playing rugby, one of the skills that you have to be able to do is separate your mind out and just focus on what is in front of you. But it's a learning process, and it's not easy, especially because 400s, they can be scary. They hurt no matter how fit you are. You will always hurt coming down that home straight.
Yeah, let me tell you, compartmentalizing gets more and more the way forward as you get older as well. You have to make sure that you're doing that, whether it be in sport or whether it be in life in general.
Not an option when you're commentating at a para-athletics meet because too much is going on. 34.47 for Hurtado. At one point, she was sitting in the bronze medal, but the positions are changing all the time.
Well, back to the track we go, and is the women's 200 metres. T47 is the next one up. I said they keep on coming thick and fast. It's the final evening.
In lane 9, representing Serbia,
we'll get straight into it.
Sokolov,
in lane 9, Saska Sokolov. Silver in this last year in Paris. She's already picked up a silver in the 100 and the javelin here. She's a European champion. Brittany Mason of the USA, gold last year, defending champion, disqualified in the relay with the US.
Representing Canada, Hasi Sheriana.
Sheriana Hasi, 17 years of age, the actor, the dancer, the bronze medalist at the Paralympic American Games last year. Goes in lane 7. Lesbelli Vera Andre, the Paralympic champion. She's already taken silver here over 400 metres. Anastasia Soloveva competing as a neutral para-athlete, bronze medalist in the European Championships in Big Gosh in 2021. Petra Luderin, 26 years of age. What a future she has in front of her, the Hungarian. Bronze here in the long jump and in the 400 metres. Fernanda Yara da Silva, gold medalist here in the 400 metres. Silver in this event in the Pan American Games last year, and the lady who's taken 4th in the 100, 5th in the 400 here, also Brazil, it is Maria Augusta da Silva, goes in lane 2. So an absolutely stacked field. We've got Brittany Mason, the reigning champion, going in lane 8. We've got Lesbelli Vera Andrade, who's the Paralympic champion, is going in lane 6. And alongside that, we've got Fernanda Yara da Silva, who won the 400 metres gold, going in lane 3. An absolutely stacked field in this women's 200 metres T47. Augusta da Silva then in lane 2. Da Silva, also of Brazil, in 3. Luderin of Hungary in 4. Soloveva, the neutral, in 5. Vera Andrade of Venezuela in 6. Haas of Canada in 7. Mason of the US in 8. and Serbia's Sokolov in lane 9.
Set.
And they get away. There's plenty of yelling and cheering from over that side there from the fans watching on. It's Brittany Mason, who has absolutely flown past Sokolov in that first bend, and she'll take the lead as they tighten up. Vera Andrade in second place, who's doing her best to try and take it now, but there's in the inside there, really flying through. In lane number 6, it's going to be Vera Andrade who takes it. Brittany Mason comes in silver. 24.62 is the time for that one. It is outside the championship record and the world record. But Vera Andrade in a season best time of 24.61. She overran Brittany Mason in that last 60 metres. Season best for Mason though, so she loses the medal she won last year. It is a gold this time for Vera Andrade to add to her Paralympic gold. Brittany Mason though, she's happy with a silver. Sokolov, a season best for her, taking the bronze medal, adding to the silver she's picked up in the 100 and the javelin.
What a rivalry we have brewing between Mason and Vera Andrade. Just exchanging titles. We remember that epic race in Tokyo in the 100 where they had the same time and it was just given to Vera Andrade. Now, we didn't actually see Mason in the 100 meter, which is a shame because she ran an absolutely storming bed. It would have been really interesting to see how fast she can run. And just in case anyone is wondering how strong you have to be a sprinter of this caliber, I saw a reel of Mason squatting. And this total is correct, 200 kilos. And I'm not saying it was a full squat, but that is a lot of weight.
That's a lot, all right. Season best for the top 3 there. So we head back to the women's discus throw, F38.
And this final has flown by. We are already in the 6th and final round. Hanao Sanchez of Colombia. She made it through the cutoff. 31.41 in the second round, securing that spot. Still so new to this event. Just 18 years of age. She will finish in 8th position in the discus throw to go along with her 5th place finish in the shot put. Brilliant World Championship debut for her. Currently sitting in 7th place is Schmidt of Australia. She finished in 5th position at the World Championships last year. To move up at the moment, 6th place is sitting at 35.02. So no change in that position. She will finish in 7th place. Rosa Castro takes the stage next. She exploded onto the scene in Tokyo. Bronze medal on her debut. Another young one in this field, just 22. And that one over the 35-meter mark. At the moment, her best attempt is from the 3rd round, 35.02. And that one looks to be in and around there. So many young athletes in this event. It's going to be a hot one to watch in the coming years. 36.17. Now, that lifts her into 4th position. Just outside the medals, but she will be leaving with a new lifetime best. Now, Katy Hurtado has a lot going on this evening. This will be her last throw in the discus. And then she'll be off to prepare for that 400-meter final. But for now, all of the focus is within this circle. Did very well there to save that throw. And at her best, she is a 37.61 thrower. I don't think she's going to go beyond that today. But she's new to this event and building in experience all the time. She will finish in 6th place with the best of 35.64.
Well, Kruger's looking pensive because she knows what's coming before she gets another crack at the title. She leads by, what, 41 centimetres at the moment, so she's going to be a bit nervous as she waits to have her final go.
Saldariega had an absolutely flying start, setting a new lifetime best in the very first round, 36.08. But that was followed by 3 fouls, and a 28.23. Now that one is not going to reach the heights of the first one. A bit of a wry smile from her there. Just 19 years of age, walking away with a lifetime best. It was 5th in the long jump, 5th in the discus throw. What a world championship debut for Saldariega. Lee Ying Lee is already a world champion at these championships. Gold in the shot put. You can see she throws from a standing start, getting all of that power just from her arm. Well over that 35-meter mark. 37.69 is her best so far. She will have to get into the 38-meter territory to overtake her compatriot Me. Well, she was already guaranteed the bronze. She leaves here with gold in the shot put and silver, and gold in the shot put and a bronze medal here in the discus. And we will finish with our 2 world record holders. Me, world record holder in the F37 category, followed by Kruger, world record holder in the F38 category. And she is willing that discus on, and that looks good. That looks very good. Well over the 35-meter mark. At the moment, gold stands at 38.82. What has Me launched that discus to in the 6th and final round? 38.48, another championship record. It's not enough to overtake Kruger, but what a brilliant way to end your time at these World Championships.
Yeah, Kruger will be a lot less nervous now than when she was just watching on there and we saw her earlier. It went close. She improved, did Me nah, but it's not going to be enough. Here's your gold medalist. So Kruger thanks everyone, smiles for her, and she takes the gold medal. 38.82. That won't be an improvement on that. At least she knows it, but who cares?
I mean, she did already set a world record, so that's not a bad way to end these world champs as the reigning champion, defending her title and extending her world record to go along with it.
Men's 1500 meters T38. This is the physically strongest coordination impairment category, mildest symmetry, good power, speed control. And we've 8 going forward in this. Plethora of champions in this as well, including the Pan Am champion, Southeast Asian Games champion. We've got a Dane and a very young Norwegian in this.
そして大会記録は T37 4分9秒
Paralympic champion.
T38 は4分2秒
Champion Nate Reich is not
world record for this
here.
event. The T37 record is held by Ireland's Michael
McKillop holding the T37. World and championship records recently retired. T37's not tending to have their own 800, 1500 anymore. A couple of T37s in this T38, where Nate Reich is the world record holder.
By Canada's Riech Nate at 4 minutes 2.04 seconds.
So first of all, the Southeast Asian Games champion, the Asian Games silver medalist in the 15 from Timor-Leste, Teofilo Freitas. Alongside him for Denmark, fourth in the 1500 meters final in Bydgoszcz 3 years ago, Anders Lagergren. Outside him for Australia, bronze in the 1500 in 2019. The 2017 world champion for Australia, Dion Kenzie. Outside him for Tunisia, bronze in the 400 here. Global debut for Aman Allah Tissawi of Tunisia. Outside him for the United States, the Pan Am champion over 1500 meters, Leo Merle. Outside him for Algeria, silver in the 1500 meters at the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. Silver in Dubai in 2019 of the world's Abdelkrim Cry of Algeria. Outside him for Japan, bronze in the Asian Games last year, Takafumi Igusa. And outside him, 7th in the 400 and the 1500 of the last Europeans in Bydgoszcz from Melvin IM near Lillehammer for Norway, Skjald Kongsund.
Men's 1500 meter.
So Kenzie, a former world champion, Merle, the reigning Pan Am champion, Freitas, the Southeast Asian Games champion, and Kongsund is a 13-year-old, wrote to Nate Reich saying, "I'd love to race you one day," and he did, and now here he is in a world final at the age of 18. Freitas, Lagergren, Kenzie, Tissawi, Merle, Cry, Agusa, and Kongsund, the 8 in this. So Kenzie makes his move in the inside for Australia straight away. Cry just on his outside for Algeria. Behind is Tissawi of Tunisia on his big global debut at the age of 19 and a T37, along with Takafumi Igusa, which is important to note later, maybe. But it's Kenzie who has picked up in his day 5 World Championship medals and that Paralympic bronze in 2021. So it's Dion Kenzie in front, ahead of Cry for Algeria. A little bit of movement for Tissawi as well. They're beginning to spread out already. And for Denmark, Lagergren is in 4th with 3 laps to go.
Now, we've been treated to several exciting 1500-meter races already this week, both ambulance and wheelchair. And I have to say, there tends to be 2 strategies. You've got somebody that wants to take it out fast and take the sting out of the legs of the rest of the pack. And then you have the athletes that are very happy to just tuck in, just wait in the background before they pounce. And I have to say, more often than not, we're seeing that it's the athletes that tuck in and wait and pounce in the later rounds that tend to be winning these races.
Yeah, there are quite a few new names in this as well, but past masters all the way. 6 of the 8 have won major championship medals in their time, and among them is Dion Kenzie, happy to lead them through, the man from Tasmania, bronze in the last Paralympics in Tokyo 3 years ago. Tissawi, the bronze medalist here in the 4, happily tucked in 2nd spot at the moment. And for Algeria, in 3rd place, green like Australia, Abdelkrim Cry, silver in the 15 of the last Paralympic Games. So 2 laps to go. Lagergren going well for Denmark as well in 4th, and 5th for the United States from Fontana in California, the Pan Am champion, Leo Merle. So Kenzie bringing them through well. Inside 2 laps to go, 700 meters remaining. And it's very much as you were in terms of the pace. And Kenzie leading for the front. And so far, nobody willing to take him on at the front. Happy to let him do a lot of the work there. Tissawi in 2nd, Cry in 3rd. And the rest are around 20 meters back. Kenzie for Australia.
You can see now that Langergren of Denmark, he spotted the danger. The problem with that group of three in the front means that those medals are, the closer we get to the end of this race, the closer they are to being decided. He was trying to go with them, having to make this difficult decision. Do I spend all of that energy now and risk not having anything at the end? But the problem is if you don't, you won't even have a chance for those medals.
Here's the bell. It's Kenzie leads for Australia. It's Desawi in second place. It's Kral in third. A big gap then back to fourth of around 30 metres. Dion Kenzie, who twice has taken Paralympic medals in the past, and who in Lyon in 2013 was on a global podium for the first time with bronze in the 1500 metres. He was on the top step in London in front of those huge crowds in 2017. He's taken it all the way here. It's been virtuoso stuff. He's led all the way. Desawi looking for a chance to bounce, and he has bounced now, looking for his first World Championship title. And Kenzie's fallen back to third. Kral has gone suddenly into second place. Desawi leads for Tunisia, comes into the closing straight. Kral trying to get his first global title as well. But Aman Allah Desawi, at the age of 19 at T37, has pounced and pounced and pounced and is the world champion for Tunisia. Kral will take the silver, and after doing so much work at the front, Dion Kenzie gets the bronze for Australia. A world record for Desawi at T37, and Michael McKillop's name is gone from the record books. Kral gets the championship record at T38, beating that of Nate Reich. Kenzie third, and Leo Merle takes fourth spot for the USA. But a star is born. Amen Allah Desawi. And amen to that. Cry the silver, and Kenzie, so much hard work, he gets the bronze.
A perfect race from Desawi to finish as a world champion with a world record to boot. And I have to say, I think he might have Kenzie to thank for that. Maybe he'll buy him a beer later. We've seen it a few times, the athlete that goes out in the front at these championships anyways rarely seems to be the one that wins. But well done to Kenzie. He went out, he ran the race as he wanted to, and in the end he's walked away with a gold medal, or sorry, a bronze medal. He's on the podium. But what we see there, Desawi being very clever, he's pouncing just before that 200-meter bend, making sure he doesn't have to go around him on the bend, and making sure he had the distance. Nobody was coming up behind him to claim that gold medal.
Yeah, Desawi breaks the world record at T37 of Michael McKillop that had lasted from London 2012, that glorious 1500 metres victory, and the championship record from Dubai in 2019. Desawi takes the gold, Kral the silver, Kenzie the bronze. Well, Michael McKillop was such a fantastic servant for the sport for so many years, one of the greats, and Amen Desawi, the future for him awaits.
Well, so back to the shot put we go. Men's shot put F63. And Alan Davis, as always, at the top of the pile in this one. They're flying through this. That's Baratuzzi of France, the 12.99 with his fourth, I should say. That one there, better with his fifth. It improves his season best. And Tamiris of Greece, 13.06 at the moment. He's in seventh position. We're into the fifth attempts at present. Davis leads at the top. 15.60 is the mark at the top. He's ahead by around 80 centimetres.
And Tamiris has said he was working on his rotational technique and leg stability. You could see that technique just coming in the circle there. He's looking to improve on that 8th place finish from the World Championships in 2023. And I should say he's actually just come back from competing at the first World Para-Athletics Military Championships in Jesolo in March.
Wen Zhaoyan, world record, women's 200 T37, gold for China, 25.75. Taylor Swanson, silver for the USA. Zhang Fenfen, the bronze for China.
Women's 200 metres T47. Vera Andrade has added the World Championship title to her Paralympic crown. Season best. Brittany Mason takes second in that one. Switching positions from last year. So men's 400 metres T62 as we head back to the track. The action coming thick and fast on the final evening session. Day 9 of these Para-Athletics World Championships. And Johannes Floors, the reigning champion, also the Paralympic champion. Yet again, it's a high-class field going in this one. And we may well expect another record of some description. That's our field going in it. Olivia Hendricks, the European champion. He'll go in lane 7 up against Johannes Floors, the reigning world champion and Paralympic champion, who'll go from lane 6. Hunter Woodall has had a good championship so far as well. But it just doesn't stop, does it? There is Woodall, the man who's claimed silver in the 100 metres. He was bronze at the Paralympic Games in Tokyo 2020. That man there, he's burst onto the scene over the past couple of years. Not even 21 yet. 20 years of age, and that has been the big thing about these championships. The youth that has been coming through has been pushing everyone all the way. And Floors may well feel that he gets pushed in this one today. He will start as the favourite, but there is a high-class field. And any one of the 7 going can win this one. Paul Daniels will be hoping for more, and then he doesn't disappear in this one like he did when disqualified in the 100 metres heat. The South African was distraught. He'll be hoping for more. Silver last year in Paris. Blake Leeper will go from lane 8. The man who took bronze last year. He's the current European champion. Olivia Hendricks of the Netherlands goes in lane 7.
In lane 6, representing Germany, Floors.
The man who showed everyone how it was done last year. Johannes Floors, the reigning champion.
Representing United States of America.
Hunter Woodall, silver in that 100 now, looking to add another medal in the 400 metres.
In lane 4, representing Greece.
Stylianos Malakopoulos, lifetime best of 56.73. He took bronze in the Europeans back in 18. He was 5th here in the long jump. And David Bartola Marana didn't make it out of the heats in the 100 metres. He will go in lane 3.
Starts now.
So it's Daniels in 9, Leeper in 8, Hendricks in 7, Floors in 6, Woodall in 5, Malakopoulos in 4, and Marana in lane 3. Woodall, Floors and Hendricks all next to each other with Leeper in lane 8. This is going to be an absolute belter.
Set.
And it's a perfect start by all of them, and moving real fast is Olivia Hendricks. He has absolutely flown past Blake Leeper, and also Johannes Floors with Hunter Woodall in the inside. Leeper's dropping back somewhat. Paul Daniels is holding his own on the outside. He's in lane 9, but Woodall has gone flying past Johannes Floors with 200 metres to go. Woodall looks like the man who's going to be in the lead as they come down with 150, and they'll move into the last 100 metres. And it's the man who's taken silver in 100, who's looking for gold in the 400, but Johannes Floors has kicked again. It's Floors, and it is Hunter Woodall. Floors is going to take it. He's moved down in front of Woodall, who's stepping back somewhat on the line. Hendricks is trying to get Woodall, but it's Floors who takes it. 47.49 is the time. There's no record in that one, but it is a World Championship victory again for Johannes Floors. Hunter Woodall held on for silver in 48.13. And Olivier Hendricks takes the bronze medal with a season best 48.16. Well, it looked like Hunter Woodall had it as they moved into the last 100. He ran the bend superbly. But Johannes Floors, he kicked into gear in the last 100. And he said, I'm catching you, Hunter. You're not coming home ahead of me. He hunted him down, as his name suggests. And off he went. It's Johannes Floors, season best for him. And what a finish in that last 100, Steph Reed.
Now, this was a final I wanted to see last year, and we didn't get to see it because Woodall couldn't compete. His prosthetic leg broke just before the final started. Now, we can see how hard Woodall has been working on his 100-meter sprint. He had Floors in the early parts of the race. He just tied up down that home straight, as we've seen so many times in the 400. That is the place where it really starts hurting. He did very well to hang on for that silver medal. But I am so glad we finally got the race that we wanted. And a quick hello to Tara. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it.
Yeah, unfortunately for Hunter and for Tara, a silver medal, but I think he'll be happy with that. It was a wonderfully run race. Floors might have won it in the season best, but Hunter Woodall, you could not have asked for any more from him. He put on an absolutely outstanding performance. Olivier Hendricks with that bronze medal, season best for him and for Floors. Hunter Woodall, 48.13. And that has set it up very, very nicely indeed for when we get to Paris later in the year.
Edenilson Roberto Floriani in this men's shot put F63s in fifth position right now. Alan Davis leading again for Great Britain. Soror in second place for Kuwait, and Hal Gahawala third for Sri Lanka. And if you missed that news from last night, Sri Lanka losing their dramatic silver medal in the Javelin through Herath. That was due to a classification issue, so the results ended up being revised in that. That was won with the last throw of the competition by Guillermo Verona of Cuba, who just edged past Herath, who ended up in second. Then Herath this morning having the medal removed. India up to second and third, Rinku second, Ajit Singh third, as if that whole thing hadn't been dramatic enough. Women's 400 meters T13. This is the category of least visual impairment, up to 20% vision. World record is 29 years old for Marla Runyan, run in LA in 1995. Here's the reigning world and Paralympic champion from Azerbaijan, Lamia Valayeva. She did the 1 and the 4 double last year in Paris. Can she do it again here? Carolina Duarte, European champion in 2018. 7 of the 8 have won major championship medals in their time. We've got the former Asian Games champion, the reigning Pan Am champion, world champion over 2, the world and Paralympic champion over this, the former European champion, and loads of other medals besides. Lamia Valayeva, still only 22, turned 22 last month, and she has claimed 4 global golds at this stage and only 1 silver. Silver in the 100 in Tokyo at the Paralympic Games. Absolutely brilliant field, and home interest as well for Japan from the former Asian Games champion from 2018, Mana Sasaki. Well, Maker, we've had 14 world records now, 54 championship records. That's probably changed a bit in the last couple of minutes. It may well change in the next couple of minutes as well here.
Women's 400 meters.
This is another smashing field. Starting on the outside, lane 9 for Botswana, bronze in the 100 meters here. First major championship medal for Gloria Majaga. In lane 8 for Azerbaijan,
In lane 7, representing
the reigning world and
Azerbaijan,
Paralympic champion, defending her title, Lamaya Valieva. She's already defended the 100 here. In lane 7 for Portugal, the 2018 European champion over 400, silver in the 4 in the last 2 worlds, and bronze in the one before that in London, Carolina Duarte. In lane 6 for Brazil, the reigning Pan Am champion over 100 and 400, the 200 world champion here, Ryan Suarez. In lane 5 for the United States, based in Coralville, Iowa, bronze in the 200 last year, silver in the 200 this year for Erin Kerkhoff of the United States. In lane 4 for Japan, silver in the 100 in the Asian Games last year, gold in 2018, and bronze in the 200 here at these Worlds for Japan's Sasaki Mana. Can she get her first gold? In lane 3 for Costa Rica, silver in the 400 in the Pan Ams last year in Santiago, Melissa Calvo. And in lane 2 for Uganda, in a 3rd World Championship final, 4th in the 1500 final here, Peace or Roma.
400 meter.
Great field.
13. Final starts.
Valieva, the one to beat. She took it last year in Paris at the Stade Charletti. How about here in Kobe at the Universiade Memorial Stadium? It's Aroma in 2, Calvo in 3, Sasaki 4, Kerkhoff 5, Suarez 6, Duarte 7, Valieva 8. Gloria Majaga of Botswana is in lane 9. The champion in 8. The final of the women's 400 meters. T13. Away first time. Excellent start by the champion Valieva in lane 8. Majaga on her outside at 9, already overtaken by the Azeri. Duarte fighting hard in 7, and Suarez, the new 200 meters champion, going well in lane 6. But Valieva is well clear at this stage. Duarte doing her best to keep up with her for Portugal. A couple of silvers and 1 bronze previously in World Championship 400 meters. Valieva with this title to defend, the Paralympic champion. And as they hit the final bend, heading towards the closing straight, Duarte is still up there. Valieva hasn't shaken her off yet. It's Suarez in 2nd place. Duarte up there, Valieva leading. Duarte in 2nd, Suarez 3rd. Valieva coming into her stride now to successfully defend the title, to do the double. 55.04. Valieva wins it. Duarte in 2nd. Kerkhoff might have got Suarez on the line for 3rd, but Valieva 55.03. It was a close run thing, so close to Amara Duran's 13-year championship record. Duarte in 2nd with a lifetime best, 55.61. And Suarez did hang on for 3rd, ahead of Erin Kerkhoff of the United States. So tight. 100th of a second between them. Kerkhoff in 4th. Suarez gets the bronze for Brazil. But Lamaya Valieva has done it again for Azerbaijan. The Paralympic champion retains her world crown. The 1 and the 4 double last year in Paris. The 1 and the 4 double again for Lamaya Valieva in Kobe for Azerbaijan this year.
What a showcase we are having for 400-meter running. What I love about this is both Valieva and Duarte committed right from the start, and it came right down to the wire, and you can just see Valieva saying, "You shall not pass." But look at the race we have going on for that bronze medal. And when it comes to that home straight, you know, both athletes are tired. It comes down, yes, both to mechanics, but just desire.
Valieva holding on, knowing that Duarte was tight behind her. And she retains her World Championship crown. So tight for the bronze, Suarez holding off Kerkhoff, but only just. A brilliant win from Lamaya Valieva, and she had to fight really hard for it. Carolina Duarte, at the age of 34, coming so close. But it's intros time.
Time for some shot put. Men's javelin throw. F41 final. Isimanov will go first. Sun Peng Yang is our second to go. 6th in the shot put. The reigning champion World and Paralympic champion Sun Betsaya, who took silver in the 2020 Paralympics. Yamate of Japan, lifetime best of 33.60. Navdeep of India, they've been well represented, coached by Vipin Kasana, the former Commonwealth Games thrower. Castro Martinez, who goes at number 6, the reigning Pan American Games champion. Tran of Vietnam, lifetime best of 33.16 for him. Nikolai of Iraq, 5-time world champion or para silver medalist. Prince Kumar, the second of the Indians in this one, 33.42, his lifetime best. And Fan Cheng Cheng, lifetime best of 41.48, will be the 10th of the athletes to go.
Men's javelin throw, F41 final.
Ismailov, his lifetime best of 33.02 for the man from Uzbekistan. And as they race through the introductions, they'll no doubt race through the javelin as well. Talking of races, we've got another. It's the final evening. There are 14 gold medals to be given out on the track, and we are hurtling our way towards the end of these Para-Athletics World Championships. This, the women's 400 metres T38, the least of the coordination impairment categories. Luca Eckler, the reigning champion, not racing in this event. She's the world and championship record holder, is Eckler. She hasn't done too bad here so far. There's our field. 8 to go. And an interesting one with Katie Hurtado, who just completed the discus a short time ago, heading out in this.
Women's 400 meter T38.
Ali Smith, we saw her a little bit earlier this afternoon. She looked relaxed and sounded it as well. The bronze medalist at the 2021 European Championship, silver back in 2018. Silver in the 4x100 Universal Relay here. Karen Palameke, the reigning Pan American Games champion. She's already competed in 3 events here, winning silver, gold and bronze. Chen Zemo, 4th in the long jump, 5th in the 100. And Margarita Goncharova, experienced campaigner, silver in the long jump at these championships. Lindia, the world record set when she won Paralympic gold back in 2020. 4th in the 100 at these games. There is Hurtado, who competed in the discus a little bit earlier. She took bronze in this event last year in Paris. Katerina Guimaraes of the United States of America, her first major championship. She finished 3rd in the 200, 6th in the long jump and 8th in the 100. And Takamatsu of Japan, bronze in the Asian Para Games last year. She was a silver medalist in London back in 2017. She'll go in lane number 2.
Starts now.
We have a cracking crowd in this evening as well.
On your marks.
Smith in 9, Palameke in 8, Chen in 7, Goncharova in 6, Arv in 5, Hurtado in 4, Guimaraes in 3, and Takamatsu in lane number 2. Women's 400 metres T38 coordination impairment category final.
Set.
And away they go. Spaced out quite evenly at the moment. Not much of a change in position over that first 60 or 70 metres, but working her way up now is Chen on the inside of Palameke as they head down the back straight. And they'll move into the 200-metre mark. And as they go around there, it will become a lot harder on the body. Chen is looking very good at the moment, next to Palameke. And it's the two of them from further on the inside. Lindiarv as well. They head down into the home stretch And it is Palameke out wide who leads at the moment in lane 8 from Chen on the inside and further in. Goncharova moving up into second position. Lindyarv is making a run for it on the inside. Lindyarv is doing it best, but it's going to be Palameke, the reigning Pan American Games champion, who's going to get the win. And I think Lindyarv has just taken the silver medal there off Goncharova. 59.40 is the time, and I make that a new world record. And it's taken the mark set last year by Luca Eckler, who's not in this race. Lindyarv has picked up the silver and a season best time for her, but it's Palameke who takes the world record. Goncharova with the bronze, a season best. What a run from Karen Palameke. She's taken silver in the 100, gold here in the 200, and bronze in the long jump. She's now taken gold in the 400 metres in a new world record time.
Now just watch the faces of the athletes running this race. This is a perfect display of what happens on the home straight of a 400 meters. Our bodies are not physiologically designed to sprint this far or for this long, and that's why it hurts so much. And you can just see how good Palameke is at just staying relaxed. It's such a difficult thing to do when everything on your body hurts. And look, breaking the 60-second barrier in a 400 meters is a big deal, and I cannot wait to see the matchup between Palameke and Eckler.
It'll be an absolute belter. Don't forget that lady Lindyarv as well. Paralympic champion. But Palameke, the world record holder, 59.40. She takes the win. Lindyarv in second position with a silver. Didn't get the gold this time, but what a finish that was. Goncharova, the neutral para-athlete, she couldn't hold on for the silver. She looked like she had it, but Arv got her in the line, but they were nowhere near this lady here. Her fourth medal of the Games, Karen Palameke, a world record, as these people here, to their joy, have seen yet another piece of splendid para-athletics.
That is 5 world records in 90 minutes. 15 this week, and here's one of them. Armen Aletisawi, new world record in the men's 1500 meters T38 final. He's at 37. Abdelkarim Krai, the silver for Algeria, and Dion Kenzie, the bronze for Australia.
Men's 400 metres T62, Johannes Floors retains his title with a season best. Hunter Woodall just missing out. Silver for him this time after missing out on starting last year. And Hendricks with the bronze.
Lamila Valieva, great defence of her women's 400 metres T13, 55.03. Gold for Azerbaijan. Duarte, the silver, Portugal. And Rayan Suarez, the bronze for Brazil, edging out Erin Kerkhoff of the United States.
Well, that breather now is about all we've got, because we're going to head straight back into it. Men's javelin throw F41 for those of shorter stature. And it is currently Sun who leads at the top there with a 46.37 season best. This here, Nukalawi. Well, Nukalawi is out near that 35-metre mark. He has a lifetime best of 43.96, the man from Iraq. He's the bronze medalist from Tokyo 2020. He took bronze last year as well in Paris. A couple of world silvers along the way. He's almost, you could say, being the unlucky man. Just over the 35-metre mark. 35.39 for him. So that puts him into fourth position with his first attempt. Prince Kumar, a 33.42, his lifetime best. That was set this year for the Indian. 28 years of age, just turned. And he is amongst a high-quality field. Is Kumar at the top of the pile. Sun, the reigning Paralympic and world champion. 27.86 it is for Kumar in that one. Now, there is a field of 10 in this. It does mean we'll drop a couple out after the first 3 attempts. Fan of China. That's out just near the 35-metre mark as well. His lifetime best, by the way, 41.48. There is one F40 going in this. That is Tran of Vietnam. The rest are F41, so the remaining 9 F41 category athletes. 35.77 for Fan. That puts him in 4th position. That a season best. So he remains inside that top 8 there. The all-important top 8. Need to be in those after the 3 attempts. There is the youngster from India, Prince Kumar. Just keeping himself warm. It does get coolish in the evening here. Sun goes down, and if there's a little bit of a breeze, it does get very, very cold, and you need the jumper on. Something these athletes won't need a jumper on for is the 800 metres men's T54 final.
Absolutely no let-up. Certainly not for Luke Bailey. Had the big crash in the semi-final, you'll remember. A big shock for him. And also Cedric Nave, the Mauritian, who came in the back of him. Horrible accident. Bailey toppled over. But he has been given a pass into this final, and he will compete in it. He is okay. He's recovered from last night. The man from New South Wales, from Wingham, coached by Andrew Dawes. Kurt Fernley's coach from once upon a time, was introduced to Fernley. That heavily got him into the sport. He's a wheelchair basketball coach now. We'll give you the sporting introduction in a moment. We've got the new 5,000 world champion, Al Rajai of Kuwait in this, the 400 champion, Hu Yang, the silver and bronze medalists in the 5 and the 15, Saichan Konjen, and Dai, who's won 2 silvers here. Hu Yang retaining his 400 title. Al Rajai with his first world crown here, having claimed Asian Games bronze last year. Commonwealth Games champion, that's important for a chunk of the world. Nathan Maguire hit gold in Birmingham at the Alexander Stadium 2 years ago. Hey, that was a great athletics meeting as well. Al Rajai finally hitting the peak at his 4th World Championships earlier in the week in the rerun 5,000 metres final. Nathan Maguire's already got his hands dirty, but doesn't mind that. And Pipatpong Siang Lam as well in his 2nd World Championship final. He goes in 9 for Thailand, 4th in the 1,500 metres final here. Siang Lam 6th in the 1 and the 4 in the Asian Para Games last year in Hangzhou. In lane 8 for China, the Asian Games 800 champion. Gold in the 4 again, and the Universal Relay last night. Hu Yang. In lane 7 for Kuwait, the new 5,000 metres world champion. Silver in the 8 last year, Faisal Al Rajai. In lane 6 for Great Britain, the Commonwealth Games 1,500 metres champion. 5th in the 1,500 final here, Nathan Maguire. In lane 5 for Thailand, silver in the 5, bronze in the 15 here. 26 global medals for Thailand. Still awaiting his first gold, Saichan Konjen. In lane 4 for China, silver in the 400 and the 1,500 final here. Dai Young Chiang, bronze in the 4 in the Asian Games last year. In lane 3 for Australia, 9th in the 1,500 metres final last year, Sam Rizzo from Victoria, from Buninyong. In lane 2, championship debut for China, Ma Zhu. He's only in the 800, and he's 24 years old. And in lane 1 for Australia from New South Wales, 4th in the 100 metres final, it's Luke Bailey.
The
two Australians are great coaches. Sam Rizzo's coach, Richard Coleman. Twice a Paralympic Games champion over 800, a one-time world champion. Great field. Bailey 1, Ma 2, Rizzo 3, Dai 4, Conjan 5, Maguire 6, Al-Rajahi 7, Hu 8, Siang Lam 9, men's 800 meters, T54, final. Away first time. Maguire getting going really quickly for Great Britain, and Dai in 4 for China as well. And on the inside, Luke Bailey also. Good start by Hu in 8. Siang Lam on the outside for Thailand, working hard in 9. Here's the break. And Hu Yang coming out in front. Maguire trying not to get boxed in. The two Chinese athletes, 2 of the 3 hitting the front. Ma Zhu, and also good work from Hu Yang. Little bit of work on the outside from Siang Lam, and he's done very well so far. It's Hu Yang marginally in front, and Dai on the inside, and Ma Zhu tucked behind. Hu and Dai, the 1 and 2, and Siang Lam 3rd as they take the bell. Maguire 4.
You can see how important position is in this 800 meters. There is no time for the men to get into an orderly line. Everybody wants to be at the front. Nobody really wants to lead because you want to have that draft, but it is going to come down to an insane sprint on this home straight.
It's going to happen, you can be absolutely certain of that. And leading the way in the yellow helmet for China is Dai Yongqing. Hu Yang is behind him in second spot in the black, and Al-Rajahi looking for more glory. They hit the closing straight. It's China 1 and 2. Maguire trying to get up for his first World Championship medal. Conjan is back as well. It's Dai who's going to win it. Dai takes it. Who's second? And Maguire gets the world bronze. Ahead of Conjan in 4th place. China 1-2 and Great Britain in 3rd. And for Nathan Maguire, that is his first global individual medal. Couple of relay silvers at Paralympic Games previously. Dai gets the gold, his first championship gold. Hu the silver after those 2 golds earlier in the week, and Nathan Maguire the bronze. Al-Rajahi the 5,000 champion in 4th place. 1:34.59 the winning time.
Well, what an amazing race from Maguire. But I'll start with the 2 Chinese athletes who have done this before. Dai and Hu, they get to the front, they control this race. They can do that. They have so many weapons at their disposal. They have the sprint speed, they have the endurance. But what Nathan did so well, he used his sprint speed right at the start, and he fought hard for that position. And you may have thought maybe he's boxed in, but actually because he had the inside track on Al-Rajahi, he was the one that took that bronze medal. He placed himself perfectly. That is why Nathan Maguire is on that podium.
Maguire fighting hard against both Conjan and Al-Rajahi. Al-Rajahi came up really well in the end to take 4th spot ahead of Saichung Conjan. But it's China 1 and 2. Dai Yongqing is the world champion. Hu Kang in 2nd. A really, really tight finish. Maguire in 3rd, Al-Rajahi 4th, Conjan in 5th. Still without a World Championship gold. They'll all meet again, and they'll meet the man who isn't here, Marcel Hug. He'll be awaiting.
Confirmation of Karen Palameke winning the women's 400 metres T38 and a new world record time. Lindia the silver and Margarita Goncharova with the 3rd place finish for the neutral para athlete, and a season best time for her. Also for Arv, but that world record, 59.40 for Palameke.
There's only 2.
What a race.
The guy in the middle. The guy in the middle shouldn't be in.
Okay, I'm gonna.
And Nathan Maguire, he's eagle-eyed, isn't he? Dai Yongqing gets the gold for China. Hu Yang gets the silver for China. And Nathan Maguire gets the bronze for Great Britain, 135.27.
Well, back to the javelin throw, F41. And just have a look at the top there. If you didn't, we'll come back to it in a minute. 35.77 for Fan, who's in 5th position. Now with this shot put, there is a field of 10. So there will only be 8 who go through to the 4th, 5th and 6th attempts. So that there, 36.81, an improvement on his season best for Fan. He's in 5th position at present. But it is Sun who leads the way by some distance. Ismadinov of Uzbekistan, he falls as he throws, and it is out well over that 35-metre mark. (35.27) with his opener, and then it was a foul, but that one there has put him up into 4th place. 38.73, a new lifetime best for Ismadinov of Uzbekistan, leaves him just outside the medals. Well, this man has thrown twice. He's the world and Paralympic champion, he's the Asian champion, and he held the world record coming into this. That was set in Hangzhou last year. The championship record was set in Paris last year when he won. And that one is way, way out there. Past the 45-metre mark by a mile. But it's given the red flag. Would you believe it? He still has a world record, though, with his 2nd. Time to head back to the track. It's the women's 100 metres T35. The most impaired of the coordination impairment category on the track. And that lady there will surely start as the favourite. Zhu Jie, the reigning world and Paralympic champion and Asian champion. She has gold here in the 200 metres already. Can she add the 100 metres to it? A field of 8 will all line up. And there is youth and a tad of experience in this one as well. We're ranging all the way from 16 years of age up to 44. That lady you just saw from Kazakhstan, Kamishki, is 24. Somewhere in the middle. Isabel Forder on the outside there, one in from the edge. And Ellen Vesling. There's a bit of an age difference between those two. We'll get to that in a moment. From Kazakhstan, she was 7th in the 200 metres here at these championships. Sultanat Abulkashmishki of Kazakhstan. 6th in the 200 at these championships. 19 years of age, Ingrid Renetska of Poland. Gu Qingquan, silver in this last year in Paris, silver in the Asian Para Games as well. She's taken silver here in the 200 so far, behind her compatriot, Zhu Jie. 17-year-old Fatima Soui out of Iraq, bronze medalist at the Asian Para Games last year. And here's the lady looking for the double. She's done the 200, now looking for the 100. Reigning world and Paralympic champion, 24-year-old Zhu Jie of China. Preeti Pal, she was a bronze medalist in the 200 here. She'll go from lane 7. Isabel Forder, 44 years of age. She was competing in Atlanta back in 1996. She won silver then. That lady wasn't even born. Ellen Vesling, lifetime best of Sweden, will go in lane 9. 17:51, that lifetime best.
T35 final starts now.
Women's 100 metres T35. The final about to get underway. World record held by that lady there, Zhu Jie, set in Tokyo, winning Paralympic gold in 2021. Isis Hult, 13:43, the Australian setting that in London 2017 at the World Championships then.
Set.
So they do get away. Not everyone has to go with blocks in the T35, and really fast with Fatima Sued. Zhu Jie now winding up, but the Indian Preeti Pal is doing her best on the outside, and Zhu Jie is going to get it. It's going to be Gu who takes silver, and Preeti Pal of India has claimed the bronze medal. But it is a same old story with Zhu defending her title. Pal there with the bronze medal, a season best, 14:06 for Zhu. It wasn't her fastest race, but it didn't matter. She got the job done. Season best also for Gu, her compatriot, in 14:35. The 20-year-old, and India pick up the bronze medal.
Fatima Suayed has the best start of the bunch. The thing is, it's the top end speed that you need to have on the end of that, and that will come. She's still so young, just 17 years old. And as you mentioned, not all athletes in this race will use blocks. Some opting for a three-point start, as it tends to be more effective in this particular classification. And while Zhu, yes, she's winning all the time, I think we have some very exciting youngsters coming up in this category.
Yeah, we do indeed. It's a youthful look, the T35 category, and so much to look forward to from all of them. And Zhu, only 24 years of age as well. Time to go back to the men's javelin throw, F41 for those of shorter stature, and it's Prince Kumar of India.
Well, he's currently lying in 10th position is Kumar, 27.86, as he tries to make the cut, and that probably will not do it for him. It's for athletes of short stature. Kumar missed his second attempt. Sun Peng Zhang leading the way with that world record, 48.94. We have had 15 world records this week, but 5 in this session alone. Absolutely sensational stuff. India 2, India 3, should I say, around 2. Sadeh Bet Sayar, and this is the man in front, as Fan goes now, currently in 7th. 36.81 in the second round, and that landing just shy of that or thereabouts. That will not be an improvement. We're absolutely whizzing through this competition, though. Fan 35.30 stays in 7th position. Just a reminder from earlier, there was a look again at William Steadman's last leap for New Zealand. He originally hadn't been given it. He finished 7th, but then was given his final mark. Oceania record 5.85 for the silver behind Torsenov, the neutral athlete. Sun leads here halfway, world record 48.94. Betsaya second for Iran. Navdeep third for India. Eva Castro, lifetime best for Cuba, 37.95. And we lose Chan of Vietnam and Prince Kumar of India. It'll intensify from here. So Sun Peng Zhang leading with his second round attempt. 48.94 going out to for that new world record. World record going into this. Men's javelin F41. Was Sun involved in that as well. 48-46 set in Hangzhou and claiming the Asian Games title last year. He is the defending world champion, the Asian Games champion, and a new championship and world record, and he's broken both of his old marks. But he's only a meter ahead. Still track finals to come, 3 of them. Men's 100 T63, women's 200 T64, and the men's 200 T64. So we've reached the halfway stage. They'll recalibrate the throwing order. Sun will throw last at the end of each round. Just a quick word, it has been a lot of fun as always working at this. Really enjoyed the presentation from NHK.
Women's 100 metres T35, we enjoyed that as well. Zhu and Gu taking gold and silver. And Preeti Pal of India picking up the bronze medal. But yet again, it was Zhu at the top of the pile. Men's 100 metres T63 is up next.
Single above knee category with blades. Yol De Jong is the defending champion. It was the last final in Paris last year. It is the 3rd last track final in Kobe 2024. Parton Musalin, the Asian Games champion, the Southeast Asian Games champion. Our old friend Yoda Pedegate claiming the silver in the Asian Para Games for Sri Lanka.
The force is with him always.
Musalin is only in the 100 here. What about Vinicius? Could it be victory for him finally? Silver in the 1 at the Paralympic Games, the World Championships last year in Paris. Leon Schaefer has already claimed long jump gold here. It was bronze in the 100 last year. Yol De Jong taking the title from Team Para Athletic. Guido Bonson leading that. Great field. De Jong the world champion, Schaefer the long jump world champion, Muslin the Asian Games and Southeast Asian Games champion, Gonçalves World and Paralympic silvers, Kamta, who's still only 15, Asian Games bronze last year, just a few weeks after his 15th birthday. As we hear the strains of Elastica for one of the last times this week, it is a championship that has made a real connection. Wind just blowing in from the entrance gate there that leads directly to the warm-up track here at the Universiade Memorial Stadium. Japanese interest in this again, that'll get the crowds going. Mabote of South Africa, very good long jumper. He is only 19 years old. It's a youthful field. The oldest in this is only 30. The youngest is half his age. Great crowds all week. We've touched beyond 5 figures for quite a few sessions. Great atmosphere in the morning sessions with all the school kids on the back straight. And the home straight here, very, very full. We're right up at the back. We've loads of fans around us. That's always a good sign. The penultimate men's track final of these Para-Athletics World Championships. Men's 100 T63. And in lane 2 for Belgium, from White Star Sprint Club, 8th in the 100 metres final last year, Ilias Benkador. In lane 3 for the Netherlands, the defending 100 metres world champion, silver in the long jump here, Yol De Jong. In lane 4 for South Africa, 5th in last year's 100 metres final, and 7th in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo, Busaletso Mabote. In lane 5 for Germany, a silver and bronze in the last 2 World Championship finals in the 100. The 3 in a row, long jump world champion Leon Schaefer. In lane 6 for Indonesia, the Southeast Asian Games and Asian Para Games champion, Parton Musalin. In lane 7 for Brazil, silver in last year's 100 final, as it was in Tokyo, the Paralympic Games, Vinicius Gonçalves. In lane 8 for Thailand, bronze, the Asian Para Games last year. He is 15 years old. Parallel tip counter. And in lane 9 for Japan, 6th in the Asian Para Games final in Hangzhou last year. Katsuaki, Inagaki, Katsuaki.
100 meter, T63, final.
Japan have an immense haul of medals,
皆さんお静かにしてください
but none of them yet have been gold.
On your marks.
And only China, Brazil and the United States have won more medals than Japan. 20 medals so far. So Vinicius, the 3-time 100 meters global medalist, 2 silvers and a bronze. Leon Schaefer looking for his first 100 meters title. The long jump world champion is this, the defending champion. Bencador 2, De Jong 3, Mabote 4, Schaefer 5, Musalin 6, Gonsalves 7, Kamta 8, Inagaki 9. The final, the men's 100 meters. And they're away first time. And De Jong away brilliantly. But here goes Musalin so fantastically. For Indonesia, this is sensational. And now it goes Mabote. And De Jong defending his title. And Schaefer's done it. The perennial long jump champion does it in the 100 meters. Mabote second. The defending champion De Jong third. And Leon Schaefer is the 100 meters world champion. 12:03, the championship record, which was Mabote's. Schaefer does it. Mabote the silver. Mabote gets his first championship medal, and De Jong is dethroned. What a final.
This was the race that closed the house down in Paris, not just because they had the greatest intros, but because of how tight this race is. And you can just see you've got the youth coming at just 19 years of age, and you know Schaefer is not a man who likes to lose. He knows how to respond. He did it in the long jump, and he's done it again in the 100 meters.
Only just. Mabote so close to being crowned world champion, but Leon Schaefer does the long jump 100 meters double that he was yearning for so long. And Leon Schaefer, originally from Hanover, now based in Bremen, has that 100 meters world title. Championship record of 12:03, a sensational win. We're up to 60 championship records, 15 world records. We're not done yet.
And we're not done with the men's javelin throw, F41. There's not a great deal between first and second. 48.94, that mark. And that could be even further from Sun. This for athletes of shorter stature. He's the gold medalist last year in Paris. Paralympic champion, Asian champion. He won 3 other golds in 15, 17 and 19. He hasn't lost for a long time, but that is given a red flag. So he doesn't improve. He has 2 legal throws and 2 fouls, but it looked big. Just over a metre between him and second place. This, Yamate. 33.60, his lifetime best for the Japanese athlete. That one is going to be shy of that 35-metre mark. White flag's given. Now, we have to compliment Kobe on their hosting of these games. It has been nothing short of sensational. They have been quite utterly the host with the most. Maybe not the most for Yamate. So his 5th attempt leaves him with a foul. He's in 8th position. He has thrown a lifetime best, though, Yamate, with his opener 34.25. This man, Fang, 36.81 with his second throw. That was a season best. What has this one come up with? Well, that's shy of that 35-metre mark. So there won't be any improvement there for Fan Chen Cheng. So that's how it looks. It's Sun at the top, Betsea and Navdeep in first, second and third at present. Castro Martinez, 37.95 with his third attempt. This his fifth. He's the reigning Parapan American Games champion from last year in Santiago. He likes that one. It sounds like he likes it anyway. It is out over the 35-metre mark. It'll be there or thereabouts to what he's thrown already. But there was some oomph that went into that one.
Ooh-ah, ooh-ah.
So Sun still leads at the top. Ismedidov, lifetime best for him of 38.73. This number 5 for the man from Uzbekistan. Now the question is, did his foot touch the line? It's a white flag that's been given, so the answer to that is no.
We have had, when anytime you see world records, personal best, season's best lining that results chart, you know that conditions are pretty good. And it's the second time now that we have had an excellent tailwind just behind the javelin throwers. It was into the face of the discus throwers. They appreciated that. Simone Kruger of South Africa certainly appreciated that with her world record. And I'm sure the javelin throwers throwing that 600-kilogram javelin are also enjoying these fantastic conditions. It is a little bit chilly. You can see the puffy jacket coming out in between rounds, making sure the muscles are prepped for the next one.
Well, Navdeep's ready. We've had a lot of that, haven't we, during these championships, and you've commented on it because you believe that it's something that just, they feel it when they do that.
I feel like if we've learned anything about throwing this week, it's that having a good roar also helps. Actually, I have to say, when I was going for a personal best in the gym, I had a teammate that just said, you know, Steph, you got to let it go. You got to yell. I'm like, I can't do that. She's like, no, trust me, it's going to help. It really does.
Well, this man likes it. It must have worked because he had 41.77. I think this has gone much further than 41.77 for Navdeep. Now, he was in third position. India have had a very, very good performance at these games. Season best, 42.82. It is a better effort than his third attempt, but he stays in third position.
The final of the women's 200 metres T64, great field in this. The 100 metres Pan Am champion B Hats of the United States. Gold in the one and the long jump. Last year in Santiago in lane 7, the 200 metres Paralympic champion, also in the one. For the Netherlands, silver in the one and the long jump here, Marlene van Ganselwinkel. In lane 6 for the United States, the 200 metres Pan Am champion, Sydney Barta.
United States of America. Barta, Sydney.
In lane 5, after Sydney Barta for Puerto Rico, The Pan Am 4th place on the 100 and the 200. Yamila Diaz, who like Barter, is still only 20. And in lane 4 for Japan, major championship debut, Cheer Yamashita. Here's a cheer coming. So Yamashita in 4, Venganza Winkle, the Paralympic champion, in 7, Bata and Hats with Pan Am titles to their name. Very briefly, thanks to NHK, great production, to Miami for bringing us lots of drinks to help us speak, and a couple of Akis in production. And we'll check out the social media from the team at Paloma and Nadia, who have been great. Kimberly Alcamada ran 26.02 the other week, that yet to be ratified. Will that new record go today? We'll see. A championship record from Dubai, 26.98. Venganza Winkle looking for domination and the gold. There's no Fleur Young in this, but she'll be watching. So Yamashita in 4. Barter with a great chance for the United States here. The 200 Pan Am champion from Arlington in Virginia. Hats in 8 from Lakewood, Colorado. So Yamashita in 4, Diaz 5, Barter 6, Venganza Winkle 7, and Hats in lane 8. The final of the women's 200 meters, T64.
Set.
Way the first time of asking. Great start by Venganza Winkle. Very good by Diaz as well for Puerto Rico. Barter's coming up well. Might be a good chance for Hats here. But Venganza Winkle showing great class here. Couple of goals in the Euros in 2021. And then the great Paralympic double as well. Malena Venganza Winkle is on the way. She's going to be the world champion again. Looking so strong. Venganza Winkle, look at the clock. World record, 25.73. Marlena is on the ball again. Barter second, Hats third. A US double. Malena Venganza Winkle, a brilliant world champion. A brilliant world record. 25.73. She's the best. Thank you. Vamos de la Playa.
That is the first time we have ever seen a T64 athlete go below the 26-second mark. That is absolutely historical. And just to put into context how big a deal that will be for Marlene Venganza Winkle, last year at these championships, she was disqualified for a lane violation. Venganza Winkle is one of the most powerful athletes I have ever met. You have some runners that run with finesse, some that run with power. Marlene runs with power, and if I had to choose one, I would choose power every single time. We had this incredible race going on between the two American athletes for the silver and the bronze. You can see right there from Marlene how good that feels to take that title and a world record. Amazing stuff from her.
And you have to also remember that world record time there. The disappointment of a silver in the long jump, a silver in the 100, beaten by her good friend Fleur Young, but she's picked up the gold this time. So all of a sudden, the smiles on the face now. 2 silvers, who cares? World record, gold there in the 200 meters. Brilliant performance from Marlene Venganza Winkle. And talking of brilliant performances, this man here, 48.94, the present time, the mark he has for Sun. He is quite some athlete, that man, in the men's javelin throw, F41. World and Paralympic champion. The medals just go on. Bronze back in 2016, but since then, gold all the way. Just have a look at that crowd. It is a monster crowd in here on the final evening of these Para-Athletics World Championships, and he's out there near the 35-metre mark. I was a bit worried he might cross the line there. He hasn't, though. He's been given the white flag. In his final attempt, Yamate, he made it into the top 8. 33.60 coming into this, his lifetime best. He's gone 34.25. That one there, even better. 34.58. What a way to finish off. A lifetime best at the end of his home Para-Athletics World Championships in Kobe, in Japan. Well done to you, sir.
And what a moment there for Yamate to have the entire stadium to himself, cheering them on. The moment that we missed from Tokyo 2021 happening right now.
36.81, best for fans so far. That won't be an improvement on that. So he'll stay in 7th position. He knows that. It does get difficult as you get down towards those final few throws. The fatigue starts to hit. The reigning Parapan American Games champion is getting set to go. Just to let you know, we've got one event left on the track to finish off these championships, which we'll get to very soon. It's the men's 200 metres T64. But at the moment, it's the javelin throw, F41. And it is Castro Martinez of Cuba. $37.95, his best so far. That will remain as well. So he'll stay in 6th position as we work our way towards the top of the table. 34.04. Only the one foul in there to talk off for Castro Martinez. That came with his first attempt. Here's the man who started things off this evening, Bobajan Izimedidiov of Uzbekistan. He's going to have to find about 4 metres, and he's let everything rip with that one. It's out over the 35-metre mark. He hits the ground and eats the floor, but he'll be okay. It won't be enough to lift him up into the medal positions. He'll have to be content with 36.33 for his last throw, and a lifetime best for him at 38.73. So he is building as he heads towards Paris. This man waits. What is it like to wait in a situation like that, when you know you've got the goal within your reach, but you've got to wait?
It's the worst thing in the world, where you can't do anything about it. You just have to be patient. It would be so much easier if you could go out and fight for it or do something about it, but you can't. So much patience is involved in the field events, and you have to be ready to respond if the need arises.
Well, you need patience on the blocks for this type of race, but you don't need patience when you're running. You have to just let rip in the 200 to an extent, and this promises to be a wonderful end to the track session in these Para-Athletics World Championships. Now, we have no reigning champion in Maxel Manu. Sherman Getty, the Paralympic champion, not here. Didn't start in his heat, but we still have a very, very strong field indeed. 8 will go. 1 will be crowned champion, and we'll find out very shortly who that's going to be. The world record and championship record mark, by the way, set by Richard Brown back in 2015, and we'll come back to that in a moment. Navdeep has taken the bronze medal for India. 42.82, his season best, with his penultimate throw. Sajbet Saya. Silver in 2020, silver last year, silver in the Asian Para Games, and he's heading for silver again here, unless he finds himself 1 metre and 3 centimetres extra. Here he goes. Well, he's had to stop. It doesn't matter, he does have time. He's got 25 seconds left on his clock there, so a bit like in the long jump, if you get down the runway there, the same as javelin. It's counting down to about 15 seconds now. He's ready to go again. And he lifts everything into it. And it goes way out. But it's not going to be enough. He bows to the crowd, 47.92. Lifetime best, though. Has to be happy with that, the Iranian. But it's going to be another silver. He'll have to accept that. He'll go away, lick his wounds, and go again when it comes to Paris later in the year. And there is the world champion. He's taking the plaudits from the crowd already up to his coaching staff. Sun has done it again. The flag is out. Sun has won his 5th World Championship gold. Quite some performance. Now at the moment he still has 1 attempt left. He may well pass on that. There's your silver medalist, 47.92, Baitsaya of Iran. Happy man indeed. And we'll wrap all that up in a moment or two's time as we head across to the 200-metre area. As the athletes have been waiting patiently across there to get the final race at these championships underway. All coming to an end.
In lane 9, representing Peru, Castillo.
This
Jesus
is a perfect way to bring the curtain down. Jesus Castillo of Peru goes in lane 9, silver medalist at the Pan American Games last year. Francesco Laranjo, we may not have the champion from Italy, Manu, but we have an Italian in the field. He was 6th here in the 100 metres already.
Lane 7, representing Brazil.
Wallace and Andre Forts, 5th in the 100 metres, the Brazilian. Haven't they been impressive, Brazil again? Simone Managrasso, the 2nd of the Italians to go in this. Silver in the 400 metres.
In lane 5, representing
In 2017, he's got 3 European medals. Mitchell Joint, Oceania record last year when he took bronze in the final.
In lane 4, representing
Oshimi
Japan.
Kengo, silver in the Asian Para Games. 4th here in the 100 metres.
In lane 3, representing Spain, Avila Chamorro.
Alberto Avila Chamorro of Spain, silver medalist at the European Championships back in 2021 in Bydgoszcz in Poland. And Tamaki Yuma, who has the pleasure of being the last Japanese athlete on the track at these championships. Lifetime best set this year of 24.06.
T64 final.
22 years of age.
Starts now.
He'll bring the Japanese team home on the track from lane number 2.
On your marks.
So no Paralympic champion in Giti, no reigning world champion in Manu, but still a high-class field. Men's 200 metres T64, the final track event of these championships.
Set.
Well, they were made to wait for a while before they set, but they were waiting very quickly indeed. And it is Ashima who's gone away extremely fast for Japan in there in lane 4, but flying around the bend. It is Fortes of Brazil on the outside. Laranjo of Italy is going to try and get there. It's Fortes of Brazil. It's Laranjo who's going to take it. Laranjo takes it and fall across the line. And I think it may well be Oshima of Japan, who's taken 2nd. It was Fortes who fell across the line, but it is an Italian victory. We may not have Manu here, but we have an Italian winning lifetime best of 22.97 for Laranjo of Italy. It's surely a photo for the rest. There was about 3 or 4 of them. You can pick anyone. Laranjo takes it. 22.97 is the official time. But after that, it is anyone's guess. 23.11. Fortes has been given 2nd place. And it is Japan who pick up the bronze medal. Oshima Kengo, lifetime best for him in lane 4 for Japan. What a finish, what a race, what an ending. Just have a look at that. As Sports has fallen when he's got across the line. That is a photo you want to keep for years to come. He falls just there, he takes it. Well, Mitchell Joint, who took bronze last year, is so unlucky to miss out there.
What a finish. And I was looking around. There were people in the crowd that were moving, but it was only because they were trying to get a better position. Nobody was leaving. Nobody wanted to miss seeing another Japanese athlete on that podium. Now, at the end of a 200-meter, as a blade runner, those knees are dropping. It's getting harder and harder, and that blade can just clip on the ground. Watch with Fortes there. He just trips over it at the end, and that's happened to every blade runner at some point when your legs fill with lactic acid. But look at the face on Oshima. There is no way he is going home without a medal.
Well, that is quite some ending. If you want drama, watch para-athletics. They all tumbled. Even on the outside, Castillo ended up tripping over someone. Down they went. Italy win. A different Italian this time out, but it's still Italy. Loragno with a lifetime best. 22.97 is a world champion. In the men's 200 metres, T64. Lordy, lordy me, what a way to finish. What a crowd we've had. What championships we've had. It's not over yet. It's just about there. Sun, by the way, he passed up on his final attempt. He had enough, but he's won the gold medal again. He passed on his last attempt, 48.94, the world record, lifetime best for Betsaya of Iran, and Navdeep, a season best for India, picking up a bronze medal. Well, this was Navdeep's best up, season best attempt, 42.82. For the Indian. Brilliant left arm throw. So a season best for him, picking up the bronze medal. .44.29 his lifetime best. Couldn't get near that, but it was a good couple of metres off that mark, but he had some competition in front of him. Now, even if he got to his lifetime best, he still would have only been in the bronze medal position. But I'm sure he'll be happy. Irana, lifetime best of 47.92 for that man. Betsaya sees him finish in second position with a silver medal again. He's getting used to it at major championships. But if he's pushing himself and getting a lifetime best each time, I'm sure he'll be happy with how he's gone. There was plenty of roaring from it. You don't even need me to tell you, there you go. But the man who reigns supreme yet again, world record mark of 48.94, this with his second attempt. Now, he only had two legal attempts, 46.37 with his first, and 48.94. He then had three fouls, and then he chose to pass up on attempt number 6. It's a 5th World Championship gold for Sun Pengsheng of China. He took bronze in Rio in 2016, and then after that, it's been all gold. 2015, he won the gold in Doha, 2017 in London, 2019 in Dubai, last year in Paris, and this year in Kobe in Japan. Joy again for China. What a way for them to finish in the field. They're at the top yet again. World record for Sun, Betsaya with the silver lifetime best, season best for Navdeep of India, who pick up another medal, this one at bronze. Decent championships India have had, by the way. They've been rocking.
At the start of the program, we had an incredible women's discus throw competition. I don't think it's a surprise to see Kruger at the top. She came in as the world record holder. Li Ying has already picked up the shot put gold at this World Championships. Here she finished in 3rd place at the discus, an incredibly versatile athlete, having won championship titles in the sprint across the throws. Now, Mina came in as the world record holder in the T37 category. Now, she had the early lead, setting a championship record, 38:45. This is an athlete who is running out of storage room. 15 world championship medals, 10 of those gold, with another 6 Paralympic gold to go along with them. And now she has another one to add to that total. 3rd at the shot put and a silver medal in the discus. Simone Kruger had a bit of a rough start to the competition, but she wasn't panicked at all. She responded with a world record throw, 38:82. She's coached by her dad, describes him as her role model, her biggest inspiration. It was her sister who got her into the throws in the first place. It is a family affair for the Krugers. And that's the moment she found out. She beat her old world record. She's defended her world championship title. Just 19 years of age. What a career Simone Kruger has ahead. Mi of China takes the silver. Li of China takes the bronze.
Well, it didn't finish just there. Men's shot put F63. Alan Davis, as you would expect, at the top of the pile again. Another goal for him. Sarur picks up the silver season best, and Hagahawela of Sri Lanka with the bronze medal. Hagahawela. Bronze in the Asian Para Games last year. He's taken bronze this time in the World Championships. 14.278, new lifetime best for him. So Sri Lanka take the bronze. It is Kuwait who pick up the silver. This man here won bronze in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo 2020. He's improved this time to silver here at the World Championships. But Alan Davis, World and Paralympic, European champion, 3 Paralympic golds, 7 World Championship golds, make that 8 now. 4 European Championship golds across discus and shot put. Going all the way back to London 2012. Yes, we know it's you. London is when the gold rush started. It continues. Alan Davis with another gold. Sarur with the silver season best. Hagahawela of Sri Lanka, lifetime best. Bronze medal, 14.27. The rolling hills of Kobe. Then shot put F33. This section, Kai Bing Chen, season best, picking up another gold for him. Lilu and Durham with the silver and bronze. So Durham, a season best for him in third place. The Moroccan, he's the Paralympic champion and the world champion, but no longer. Lilu, silver medalist with a lifetime best of 11.68. He took bronze at the Asian Para Games last year. He has silver now at the World Championships. And Kai Bing Chen, season best, 11.91 for the man who was 9th here in the Javelin. He's the reigning Asian Para Games champion. He's now the world champion. Durham has to be content with a bronze this time around. It's a China 1-2. How many times have we said that? Kai takes it, Liu silver, and Durham no longer the world champion. He has the Paralympic champion to defend later in the year. He takes bronze with the season best, 11.02 here. So Ashima, bronze medal for him in the last race of the evening on the track. Just have a look at all the fallers here. It's Fortes who's going toe-to-toe, blade-to-blade with Laranjo. Laranjo almost falls. Fortes does. Managrasso, and then coming across it's Castillo who trips. This is the angle on the far side. You see Ashima Kengo. Well, Joint got the bronze medal last year for New Zealand. He's got 4th this time, but he has broken the Oceania record. But he's been upgraded because first place Laranjo has been disqualified. Fortes has been upgraded to the gold medal, which means Ashima of Japan takes silver and Joint of New Zealand takes the bronze. Women's 200 metres T64, Marlene van Ganzenwinkel with a world record, Sydney Barter and B. Hatz with his silver and bronze. Well, drama at the end of the evening. Drama in this as well, T63, Leon Schaefer with the championship record. And Bote did have the championship record in the morning session. It's gone. He had to pick silver up, and the former champion now, Joel de Jong. Well, I can tell you that it was for a lane infringement against Laranjo in that last race of the evening, which is why Fortes has been upgraded to the gold medal, and Brazil finish in second. China again at the top of the table. Mitchell Joint, an Oceania record. He takes a bronze yet again, as he did, picking up a second one for New Zealand at the top there. But it's been a championship to savour for the Chinese and the Brazilian teams at the top of the table. They've shown that they've got what it takes. Japan, unfortunately for them, 9 silvers, 12 bronze, 21 medals in total, but they didn't pick up a gold medal at their home championships. Not a bad thing, but there's loads to look forward to as they head towards later in the year and Paris 2024 and the Paralympic Games. Slovakia down there with a bronze medal along with Switzerland, Lithuania. Switzerland, I suggest, at the Paralympic Games will have a few more with the likes of Catherine de Bruyne and Marcel Hug back in the chairs. The crowds have flocked in. The last evening has been nothing short of wonderful. Day 9 has seen us finish. We've had 25 medals on the closing day. It has been a thing of beauty throughout these championships. We hope you've enjoyed it. From me, Tolson Tollett, Will Downing and Steph Reed. Sayonara. Until next time, bye for now.
Run it up.